Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. Alright, so we gotta talk about LR Super BUU, right? I think that this is just a dreadful pick by Dokkan. This is really bad. Now, I do want to take some time to explain this real quick. And then we're gonna move away from crying about it into like, okay, like how can Dokkan, successfully turn this into a W, which they could. Let me start this by saying they could turn this BUU into a fantastic release in April, right? In April, we could be sitting here saying, yes, LR Super BUU rocks on this new Buhan team or Fat BUU. Goresh has been throwing out Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat BUU, and I really would be down with that now. With this Super BUU around, he just needs a Majin Buu team to be super effective. But let's start by talking about why this release sucks ass, right? So the problem, yes, Dokkan needs more villains. Everyone in the world understands Dokkan needs more villain love, right? But this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. You don't drop, Super BUU, who has 0 200% teams. He has none. So it's like, you could say, like, we need more villain help. Not like this. We need Carnival LR villains or Dokkan Fest TUR villains. That's what we need. Because we need villain leaders. This leader skill is trash and worthless. It does no good. That's not what you don't want to be running a double 150%, right? Like that's going to be putting you at a big disadvantage. I'm not saying you can't still win and blah 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 blah, but y'all get it, right? Like you want to be running these like real like leader skill setups, right? So it's like them dropping. This is a very strong villain. I mean, certainly this Super BUU is very good. He's one of the strongest villains in the game. That doesn't change, but he is without a great team right now, and he doesn't have the most help, but I mean, obviously, in order to get to a point where, like, the villains have help, we need to be releasing a lot of villains, right? For sure. But this just feels so stupid, right? Like the problem is when they do this, right? So they drop Kale, they give Kale these Universe 6 restrictions, and she doesn't need a full team of Universe 6 characters, but people love to pretend like Universe 6 is not complete dog shit. Like, the category sucks, right? Like, you have a bunch of characters who could get really good on turn 6 and beyond, but, like, a bunch of characters who suck at the start of the fight. All the characters are the same. All the girls are the same, right? LR Kale and Caulifla, Tech Kefla, like, they all start out weak. They all have the same problem. That's an issue. They really could have used the Yellow Queen LR to just be like, a dominant force the first 5 turns would have really helped Universe 6, right? And now instead we get this BUU. So Kale is very good, right? But her team is definitely subpar, right? You're forced to run, shitty Universe 6 units, which aren't really that good, right? And if you don't run Universe 6 units, then you're doing a million coin flips every turn on if Kale gets you killed or not, right? Like, it's just the way it's gonna go. And then instead we get BUU, who does nothing. We're running easy STRT or Cooler's team or the Gamma's team. Like, it just feels terrible. This is LR Super 17 is one of the worst releases in Dokkan history, and it's exactly like this. They just toss the unit out with no help, no teams, and then by the time the character got a team, too late. He sucks now, right? So I don't know. I do think it's a good... I think Dokkan dropping those bosses during the 7th anniversary way above the level we've seen before was a good thing. I also think it's a good thing that they've kind of let them marinate for a while, right? They haven't gone, like, Broly and Omega from the 7th anniversary. They haven't gone 80 times beyond that level, right? Certainly there's tougher bosses now. Cellmax, Metal Cooler Core, and then, of course, 8th Anniversary Sin are really nasty bosses, but I'm not, it doesn't, like, Red Zone Broly who cancels dodge is not just, like, some walk in the park all the time, right? Because he cancels the strongest mechanic in the game. So, it's like, I think that Dokkan's in a good spot right here, and personally, I think they should do, like, more types of content, right? Like, they released the original Legendary Goku event for Saiyan Day in 2019. I think they very easily could do, like, the extreme, extra powerful Legendary Goku event in 2023 here, right? And then, the next sort of like boss power creep could happen with like the 9th anniversary. I think that would be a good idea, right? But like we're just left right here to wonder about BUU. Now, seems like Kale, I mean, it is what it is with Kale. Now we need to start looking at how Dokkan can turn this into a positive with Super BUU, which they can. So let's start by looking at the Majin Power category team, right? It's pretty barren. It's pretty desolate. Like, we don't really have a ton here. This guy is trash now, right? Like, it's like, again, you can run him, but you're just flipping coins every turn on if you get one shot or not, right? Eventually, he becomes mediocre once you transform into Buhan. He's just years old at this point, right? Buu Piccolo doesn't dodge enough. I mean, I do like Janembu. I feel like he could be solid addition to the team with a proper team. But the point is, we need a real leader here. And I think preferably an easy A for this guy would go so hard. The only thing is that this is a big-time character, a worldwide download celebration Dokkan Fest LR character. So this BUU and Super Vegito, I mean, I don't know that Golden Week is even a spot where they would easy A. I guess to be fair, well, Gohan and Cell, they kind of easy A'd with the superhero celebration is essentially the way that went down. So, I mean, I guess that certainly would count as like a massive celebration, right? Okay, let me collect my thoughts. So Golden Week, right? Golden Week is coming up. Now, here's the last several releases we've had of Golden Week. We had Zamasu and Trunks April 26th of 2019. We had Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and, Super BUU essentially April 24th of 2020. Then 2021, this is the first global shared one, was the GT Vegeta GT Goku April 28th. And then we had AGL Cell and Goku and Gohan April 27th. Now, it's funny, me and Grush, we were talking last night and just sort of like spitballing, how could Dokkan like F this up? Like, how could Dokkan fumble this upcoming celebration? And I really, like, as long as there's a villain, like, chances are pretty good. Like, let's say they drop, Blue Cow and Goku and hit. Huge W for Universe 6, right? Like, awesome. That's what we needed. That helps at least one of these really powerful characters they've kind of just left out in the open. Let's say they go Goku Black arc. They drop a Goku Black or a Zamasu or something. Boom. LR Fusion Zamasu's waiting for a super powerful character, right? Let's say they go into BUU Saga. Bam, LR Super BUU gets the help he needs. So, like, I'm sitting here looking at Golden Week, and it's like, as long as they do a villain, we're probably going to be in a pretty good spot where that villain is going to help some strong villain character that's sitting there right now. Or, again, if it's like hit, it's going to at least help Kale. I think, to me, like, a double hero dual Dokkan Fest would actually, I feel like that wouldn't be it would be very hype, right? People, I feel like, initially would be very upset at no villain, but that would quickly fade away with the hype of whatever, like, a dual hero character dual Dokkan Fest would be, right? I am very concerned, though, of a UI Goku Jiren Golden Week. It would be awesome. I mean, that would probably help Kale. We would see, right? But like, we'd be losing one of our few potential villain Dokkan Fests, and because Jiren is a super class character, right? So like that would really be a huge bummer if that was going to happen. So I don't know. I would say that Garesha's idea of Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu, though, is a good idea. The character's name would be Majin Buu Good. Remember that there is also Mr. Buu, which is right here. This is post-Buu Saga, essentially, is what this is. So, like, if we would get a Buu from GT, they would probably just call him Mr. Buu, right? Because remember, Fat Buu does show up in the Baby Saga, right? I guess, he would probably be Mr. Buu. So if we would get the Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Fat Buu dual Dokkan Fest, we could expect it to be called Majin Buu Good. I think that would be pretty good. Let me just quickly take a look at, I guess we'll pull up this one right here. So like what, oh yeah, dude. Oh my God. Yes. This is what Daddy likes to see right here. Yeah, Inhuman Deeds. He's on Sworn Enemies. Sworn Enemies would be a really interesting, like team, actually. Because every Buu, Cell, Frieza, yeah, this would be pretty good. right? Because you'd be getting all of these characters onto one team under a strong 200% leader skill. That this could be a big W, right? Again, LR Golden Frieza's there. In LR Cell, who's very good, it would be there. You know, this Prime Battle Cell was recently Easy 8. He's okay. Like, we could run him as like a sixth or a fifth option on the team. Right? LR Super Boo is on here. He's not on here yet, but LR Super Boo would be here as well. So, like, Sworn Enemies could be good. Like, I really do like this idea of Fat Boo. And, you know, we were throwing out some other ideas of, like, you know, because it's like wondering like how could they mess it up? And one Goresh threw out was Goku versus Turles, and it's like, yeah, maybe, but like Turles could lead space traveling warriors. I think would be like the most fun team because you have such a variety of characters. You got all the coolers on there, but then Chi-Lai as well. Chi-Lai would bring any team together. Dude, a space traveling warrior leader would just be the most fire shit they could do, right? You know what would be a great Golden Week? Gohan and Bojack. Bojack would be good, right? He would be a great villain to drop. So I am excited, right? I want to cool out with the complaining about Boo. It, like, we sit here, it is a very stupid decision, right? But it's very possible that this Boo is going to be dramatically helped out, not in 6 months, not in a year, not in 3 months, but in 2 weeks, right? Boo could be getting a dramatic buff, right? He might be getting, because it seems very, I can't think of another major character, so like a Dokkan Fest or an LR, that dropped without a 200%. None of them have since they started doing 200%, right? I guess Goku and Piccolo, the Saiyan Saga character, they probably weren't on a 200%, right? But that's pretty much it. But like, they were still at least on Raditz's Saiyan Saga team. Now, of course, Raditz is, you know, the worst unit they've ever released, but, you know, it still was a spot. Like, I have to imagine, for them to drop this Boo like this, they gotta be knowing, like, yeah, like, he's about to get his team. Like, there's just, man, it just would really suck if, like, they drop this guy, and then they drop, like, UI Goku Jiren, right? That's, like, the dual Dokkan Fest for Golden Week. But I think Golden Week could really help this guy. You Easy A Boo tanks, like, let's just, you know, say F it, Easy A Boo tanks. Either Fat Boo could be the Dokkan Fest, or, you know, I'm waiting Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan, man. I mean, yeah, we have this legendary character, right? Dokkan Fest LR. The Transforming Super Buu. And then this Dokkan Fest from 2016. Like, they have not gone back to the Majin Buu Ultimate Gohan well very often. And there's still... Go watch that Vegito Ultimate Gohan Absorb Buu fight. There's so much they could pull from that. They could even pull from Kakarot. I guarantee you, the next time we get a Super Vegito, he's going to have Kakarot animation, even though he already does. Like, STR Vegito has Kakarot animations. I bet you the next Vegito's going to have Kakarot animations too, man. So, you know, I would assume that, like, a Buu Ultimate Gohan or a Fat Buu would just be tremendous, right? And, of course, we are still waiting for the mythical... Dude, the day LR Kid Buu drops is going to be crazy. Legends is going to beat Dokkan to the punch. Legends... Ultra Kid Buu is next, man. Like, it's gonna, you know, poor Dokkan. Here we go. Legends, like, yeah, all right, we're gonna slide in with that Ultra Kid Buu before Dokkan gets LR Kid Buu, right? We'll see. Maybe LR Kid Buu will happen later this year. I mean, if they want to give us Fat Buu or Buuhan as a Dokkan Fest in 2 weeks, and then they do drop an LR Kid Buu later on, man, that would be fire, right? Like, could they go back to the Kid Buu? So, like, let's say Kid Buu is a Dokkan Fest LR, for, like, I don't know, Worldwide Download Celebration. Could they go back to like, what Goku or Vegeta? They could just do, like, a standalone Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I guess, but, like, we now have 2 summonable LRs, you know, of Goku and Vegeta first that fight, including, you know, the Spirit Bomb and a lot of the stuff. So, it does feel like they'll probably just end up dropping Buu by himself. Right? I don't know. We'll see. So let me know what you guys think. Like, what you guys would like to see from Golden Week. Again, LR Super Buu could become a kick-ass character, but it's like we need help in here. We need, because this is where you get into a little bit of an issue with villain characters sometimes, where It's like Cells want to be run with Cells, Boos want to be run with Boos. Although Super Boo does have some very good villain links, right? He has Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, right? Like pretty good. So his link set. This is Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Majin, Infinite Generation, Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power, right? So I mean, again, with Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Fear and Faith, and Fierce Battle, those are common links that many strong villain characters will have. So we could see this guy looking pretty good. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of LR Super Boo. I maintain that this is, at the moment, this is a horrible release. But it's very possible that this guy could become, like, this could become a really good release if he's given a team quickly, right? Like, if Golden Week gives him a team, or if the so basically the way the schedule would work for JP, right? We're going to get a dual Dokkan Fest in this time frame right here. We're going to get a yellow coin LR, sometime in this 3-week span right here. There will be a yellow coin LR for Golden Week. And then we're going to get another Dokkan Fest on JP at the end of May. Hopefully that could be a villain too, right? If they give us a dual Dokkan Fest, Fat Buu Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then we get, I don't know, Dokkan Fest Baby at the end of May or something like that, right? Like we be in business, right? They're close. Let's see what they do here. But Buu, they can't just drop Buu by himself and then go away from his teams forever and then come back later and we go, Boo's good now. It's like, by that time, no, he sucks. He's fallen off. So let's hope that we get the team for Buu soon. Let me know what y'all think of LR Super Buu here, and I'll catch you guys next time.